It is so funny to me that most women want a dominant man. They love a dominant man in the bedroom, out of the bedroom, taking care of them. But as soon as a man is dominant towards them, they're like, excuse me? How dare you speak to me that way? And I'm one of them. I am one of them, I will admit that.
Ladies, you want to know why a lot of highly successful men end up with women who aren't that successful, don't have pedigree, aren't that accomplished? This might surprise you. It's not because they're prettier. It's not because they're any better. It's simply because women who are successful tend to be less compromising, okay? And because they've afforded themselves the ability to, understandably so. But stay with me here. If a man has two prospects, he has woman A, who's highly accomplished and successful, but very rigid in her ways, has a lot of demands, not malleable. And woman B, who's on the other end of the extreme and is willing to get on his program, who's he gonna pick? Why is he gonna restructure his life that he's worked so hard to create for you? That's the question you really need to sit with. Because if you don't learn as a successful woman, especially how to be compromising and elastic and malleable, you're gonna have a tough time in dating. And I see this so much with women because, as you guys know, I'm a professional matchmaker. I talk to a lot of men, I talk to a lot of women, where it's like, oh, I don't wanna move to the Valley, even though Brad has a mega mansion in the Valley, because I wanna live in Beverly Hills, even though, meanwhile, they're living in like a 1-bedroom in Beverly Hills. Okay, cool. But Brad's gonna find someone to fill that home and create a family with, and you're gonna look back years later and probably wish you had made a different choice. Follow my account for more dating tips, and good luck.
One of the biggest reasons why dating is so hard right now is because everybody is actually really scared. People are scared to look vulnerable, they're scared to tell people how they feel, they're scared to commit, they're scared to look too interested, and they're scared to get rejected. So instead, everyone's decided that they're gonna detach first. They're gonna act nonchalant, they're gonna start playing games, and they pretend not to care before anyone actually gets the chance to hurt them. But here's the problem. If two people are constantly trying to protect themselves, nobody gets to create connection. You cannot build a healthy relationship if you're constantly trying to protect your ego and avoid vulnerability the entire time.
A man once told me, what a man provides for you in the start of your relationship, that's his maximum.
Do not underestimate what leaving him will do, okay? I am telling you, if you are with a guy that is distracting you from your purpose, you want to know how he's distracting you from your purpose? All day you're checking your phone. All day you're anxious, you're fight or flight, you're nervous, you're wondering what he's doing, what he's up to, what he's thinking. Does he like you? Is he talking to another girl? Are we happy? Are we mad? Are we sad? How is he coming home today? Is he gonna, hold something over my head? Is he gonna be grumpy? Is he gonna be nice? Oh my gosh, his car broke down. Okay, now we're gonna be in a bad mood for a week. Oh gosh, he got a ticket. Okay, now he's not gonna talk to me for 6 days because somehow it was my fault. If you leave that guy, do you know what's gonna happen? Time, freedom, peace. It's all gonna come. It's all gonna clear up, okay? Your skin's gonna clear up. You're gonna do better at your job. You're gonna do better at the gym. You're gonna do better with your friends. You're gonna be happier. You're gonna be present. You're not gonna be out with your girlfriends checking your phone 24/7 and be like, has he texted me yet? Because, I said to him not to call me a name and he got really mad and he said I always start fights. So he stormed out 4 days ago and now I'm not talking to me and he says that will all leave, okay? And you know what will stay? You, baby, and you will be able to love yourself. So I don't actually remember what I started this video with, but I know I made my point.
The bar for men has been in hell for generations because we have been conditioned to settle for them. Women are often conditioned to evaluate relationships through a lens of tolerance and minimization rather than fulfillment. Culturally, there are repeated narratives where men are praised for meeting extremely basic standards. He works, he's faithful enough, he doesn't hit me, he helps with his children, he puts up with me and the kids. Look at Everybody Loves Raymond. The entire show normalizes an exhausted wife and an incompetent husband, where Deborah is emotionally overwhelmed while Raymond is lazy and avoids responsibility. Sex in the City. Carrie repeatedly tolerates emotionally inconsistent behavior from Mr. Big, and the relationship is framed as a passionate destiny. Beauty and the Beast. One of the most culturally influential love changes him narratives ever made. A woman's love, patience, and emotional labor transforms an angry, emotionally vital man. Women are not encouraged enough to ask, does this relationship fulfill me? Or is he someone who makes my life better? But rather, we're encouraged to ask, is this bad enough to leave?
Dear men, Something is shifting globally, and it is not subtle anymore, okay? Women en masse are waking up right now. Waking up to the systems that we were raised in, waking up to the conditioning that we were taught to accept, and for many of us, the blinders are now off for good. There's more women who are choosing themselves over comfort, over approval, and over keeping the peace. And every single day, there's another woman that steps out of what was expected for her and starts building something new, okay? And here's what feels really different this time. We're not turning on each other anymore. We're supporting each other. We are seeing through the division that patriarchy created in order to keep us fighting and keep us small. And, whether you agree with it or not, that is what's happening. So here's the reality. You as a man do not get to stay neutral anymore. If you're willing to grow, then grow. Do your work. Challenge other men. Listen when women speak without needing to dominate or dismiss, okay? But if you're not willing to do that work, we're not arguing with you anymore. We're not debating our worth. We're not performing empathy in order to convince you. We're not trying to change your mind, okay? We're just simply opting out. And to the women that are listening right now, please stop trying to educate men who are committed to misunderstanding you. That's not your job, okay? Walk away, block, delete, protect your energy, because your power is not in convincing them anyway, okay? Your power is simply in taking care of yourself and the women in your communities. That's it.
Somebody needs to tell these young 18, 19, 20-year-old women that are on TikTok, that are on Instagram, that they're being lied to. Baby girl, do I have to do it? Do I have to tell you guys that you're being lied to? Because you are the target audience, because you're young and you're naive and you're impressionable and you're beautiful. You are the target audience. The terms that they're using to also lure you guys in, soft girl life, princess treatment, luxury era, but especially the soft girl life, like if you want those things, you're gonna have to start working. You're gonna have to start working. You're gonna get it. You're gonna do it yourself. You may even do it alongside someone. You guys may build something together. If you're 18, if you're 19, if you're 20, and you want those things, lock in. You're gonna have to lock in. Like, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to lock in.
The main thing that I hate about men is that a man will be like, he just wants something casual. And I'm like, good, great. I have avoidant attachment issues. I love casual. So it's like, we're doing things casually, and then they try to tell me about their problems, and I'm like, no, I don't want to hear about that. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, we're casual. Casual doesn't do free therapy. Or I won't reply to their texts for days because I'm not horny. And they're like, why don't you reply to my text? I'm like, cause we're casual. Don't you know what that word means? That's the thing. I feel like a lot of you guys just want somebody that wants to be your girlfriend. So they put a lot of effort into you, but you don't actually want to be their boyfriend. So you get to just be like, she loves me. And unfortunately, that's not me. I'm not going to do that. I never give a fuck. Still don't. Yeah, why do y'all do that? That's weird.
Okay, class is in session. A man's character 101. 101. One thing I want you to understand. You can't change a man's character, and a man's character will never change. If he is a lying, cheating dog in his 20s, he's going to be a lying, cheating dog in his 40s. If he was 18, 19, 20 years old, calling his girlfriend names, guess what's going to happen when he's 31 years old? He's still going to be calling girls names, because that is his character. That is who he is. If he inherently does not respect women from day one, guess what's not going to grow? Respect for women. The opposite is going to grow, disrespect for women. So one thing I want you to understand is it is not your responsibility to change a man's character, and it will never change, okay? There's no better version. There's no hidden potential. There's no key that's going to unlock Pandora's box and he's going to be this great stand-up guy. He's shown you his character. If he was truly a good man, if that was in him, he would have shown you that. Because guess what? You guys dated. You guys were in a marriage. You guys were in a relationship. It would have showed up. You are not the problem to why this man didn't treat you properly. He is the problem. No matter what, if a man respects women and inherently believes women deserve respect, he will treat every woman with respect. That is how it works. That is why there are men among us that treat women well. It's because they respect women. If they do not respect women, guess what you're not getting? Respect.
Honestly, when it comes to men, you just have to know how to lie. Genuinely. The amount of success I've had getting what I want in the past from men is only because I made them think that they had the power and the control. I made them think that I was so done, right? And it's actually so funny because I kind of deserve an Oscar for the way that I behaved. And the thing is, I don't even think it's lying, because lying, I feel like, is when you're not like telling the truth. But with me, it wasn't even really lying. Like, I genuinely believed in these people. And even if somebody wasn't a provider, if they were with me, they ended up being a provider, like whether they liked it or not. It was like I just projected my desires and my wants onto them, and then before you know it, the 3D just shifted in my favor. Like, the universe just started working for me. And I've always been like that. I've always been somebody that, you know, if I want something or I set my mind to something, I'm gonna get it. And so really and truly, all it took was telling somebody, I believe in you. No, you really are this person, like, you know? And then I got what I wanted. It's as simple as that.
Women hating to see men be happy. They hate to see it. So many women, even if they're married or have a boyfriend, they're like, ugh, I hate when he's happy. Ugh, he's smiling. Ugh, gosh. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand why a woman would want a man to be unhappy, or why she just doesn't feel comfortable when he is happy. It is a sign of insecurity. It is a sign of...
I'm going to say it again. Please stop disturbing women that you are not ready for. Stop disturbing women that you cannot maintain, okay? There are too many men on these apps, dating apps, social media platforms, trying to move to women, trying to pursue women, but they are not in the position to actually date. If you are an adult and you are unable to take a woman on a date, you are unable to even buy her a plate of food, you should not be dating. Really should not be dating. Like, you shouldn't even be thinking about dating, okay? If you cannot even afford to take a woman out on a normal date and buy her a plate of food,
there is an abundance of men in the comments of this video saying this is why guys are opting out of dating, this is why guys don't want to keep trying. I hear you. I'm not gonna say like, no, that's so invalid. No, I hear you. Looking at the comments of the video that I'm talking about, you see mostly women who are admitting to really messed up things, like it's casual, like it doesn't matter, like they don't care. I think that's wrong. You're ignoring the huge amount of women who are saying the exact opposite, saying, I don't agree with this isn't okay. So this is what you have to understand. Humanity is horrible. Men are horrible. Women are horrible. And it is really hard to weed out through all the horrible people and find somebody who is worthwhile. Does that mean it isn't worth it? No. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. Men and women need each other to push humanity forward. Don't opt out of dating because it's hard.
Okay, so you know how men are super simple, and if they're truly into you, you'll know. It's not rocket science. Women are actually the exact same way. If she's making up excuses why she's not texting you back, if she's not jumping at the opportunity to see you, if she doesn't act like she likes you, she doesn't like you. Don't let women put you in a friend zone, because this is what they try to do. They'll try to keep you around because they think you're good enough to become a friend. They want you to give them that attention that they think that they deserve, but they don't think you're good enough to be a potential boyfriend or someone that they would date. So it's not rocket science with women either. If she doesn't act like she likes you, if she doesn't jump at the opportunity to go on a date, if she doesn't text you back right away, if she doesn't act excited around you, she's not interested and she probably wants to friend zone you, so just drop it. No point in being friends with her. A woman that likes you will not keep you second guessing. You'll know. It's gonna be easy, it'll flow, it'll be natural. You guys will be on the same page. So if you feel like you're doing the chasing and it's not reciprocated, drop her. She doesn't like you.
Feminism is absolutely a loss for men. That is the honest truth. Because patriarchy built a space for men to win off of the losses of women. For example, men gain a family. They don't have to do much to get that. A woman not only potentially loses her life, but she loses a life that she understood. Her mind literally changes. Her body changes. She often has to form a new relationship with the world and herself, while men just continue to be themselves. The same thing happens with men's careers. Women were in the home, building a home for men, not expecting men to come home and to add to it. He was only detracting from it. He came home and he took his dinner, he took his clean clothes. He often disturbed the peace within the home, and that was allowed. There are many ways in which men win at the loss of women within a patriarchal system. It's a bad faith argument to say if women really want feminism, they'll go 50-50 with you. You're asking women to compensate for the loss of access to them. When men are losing access to women due to feminism, women are gaining back their autonomy. Autonomy that was always theirs to begin with. Autonomy that men and society collaborated to take from us. And when you say, well, now you can work, now you can do this, so you can pay 50-50, it ignores all of the other things that women are still currently facing. Right now, women's rights are on the table, even our right to vote. But you're less concerned about that and more concerned about 50-50. You're less concerned about actual equality, actual fairness, actual equity, and what feels fair to you now that you've lost something. Losing access doesn't feel fair, but it is.
If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, oh, she's falling down. If they brag that they do not chase women, if they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for a woman, you like men. You want to be a princess. You want a man to chase you. They haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually gay, okay? Because a guy who, like, guys know, like, it's not about chasing women in particular. Like, it's more about pursuing a woman, okay? If they're like bragging that they do not pursue women, like, you're kind of girly, kind of weird. It's just not a flex, because the girls that are actually of high quality are going to not chase you. They're not going to chase your validation. They're not going to go out of their way to prove to you that they're worth being picked, okay? Because a lot of the high quality women that you want are going to require you to pursue them. And yes, I am referring to pursuing, not chasing. So if a woman's not showing any signs of interest, of course the guy shouldn't have to chase them, right? But if you're bragging that, oh yeah, like, I just, I'm not going to chase a woman. I'm going to have her come to me. I'm not going to pursue women. I'm going to have her come up to me. She needs to show me that she's worth being with. Like, I'm sorry, in what world? You are not the prize. The woman is the prize, always. And if you think you're the prize, sir, I think you need to be with men. You need to be with men, and you have to acknowledge the fact that you might possibly be gay. And that's okay. Just learn to accept it. Stop complaining, because the girls that you really want are going to require a little bit of effort. Sorry, sir. It's just how it is.
I was dating a man earlier this year, and what he taught me was that men who are not willing to risk their ego and put themselves out there to ask you out are insecure men, and that is going to show up in a lot of negative toxic behaviors later in your relationship. And he had told me that I was the first woman that he ever had to pursue, because he was very good looking. Whether that was true or not is neither here nor there. But he doesn't like to pursue other women, and I didn't realize that was a red flag at the time, but I saw it come out because I'm very secure in who I am, my flaws, my strengths, all of it. Like, it's me, and I'm very comfortable. And I noticed that he would try to poke at different potential insecurities I might have that other women would have, and I wouldn't be defensive. I'd just be like, yeah, no, I like, this is just me, and I love me, and we're all human. And because I wouldn't react to him trying to provoke my insecurities, it made him feel very insecure. So then he would try to make little digs and comments about me to bring my self-esteem down. And so it just, initially he was very sweet and complimentary because he wanted me to like him. But as we got more comfortable with each other over time, his true colors showed, where it was clear he was not comfortable being with a secure, confident woman. It made him feel insecure. So long story short, TLDR, if a man is not willing to risk his ego to pursue you and potentially get rejected, he's actually very insecure, and you're not going to have a good relationship long term.
Going through these comments, I'm really seeing that women do not understand men. Women do not understand that men are very simple, down to the point where it's barbaric. And I think that's because as women, we are complex, and so we expect men to be that exact same way. That's not the case at all. For example, you ask us what we want to eat. We thinking about what we ate yesterday, what we going to eat tomorrow, where we going for brunch on the weekend, who has the better reviews, what we have a taste for, what we don't have a taste for. It's going to take forever to come to a conclusion on what we really want to eat. You ask a man what he wants to eat, all he knows is that he's hungry. He wants to go someplace that's nearby, that sells food that he likes. You ask a woman what she wants for her birthday, she may say, let's just go to dinner, maybe grab some drinks afterwards, maybe go dance a little bit, just come home and, do something a little strange. If the man that she's with does those things exactly, but doesn't add some extra pizzazz to it, she's likely going to be upset because why would you just do what I said that you should do? On the flip end, you ask a man what he wants to do for his birthday. Let's say he says the same exact thing that woman says, but she decides that she does want to add a little razzle dazzle to it. He may get upset because that's not what he asked for. Now let's bring this full circle. I think that this is a great thing to do. Matter of fact, as a life coach, I recommend it to my clients. Have a personal timeline for how long you're willing to stay in one phase of a relationship before you have expectations of it moving to the next phase. And if it doesn't move to the next phase, then now you have to decide what is your next move. However, ladies, as a woman in a relationship with a man, and if that man truly wants to marry you, truly wants to be with you long term, you will never have to give him a deadline. He is going to do it, and he's going to do it in good timing, because men are simple. Men know what they want, and men will go after it. Do not make this more complex than it needs to be. If he is not doing it, it's because he doesn't want to. Do with that what you will.
Men don't know how to be men anymore. If a woman is in her container and a man is in his container, if you want to engage with a woman, and we're just talking about heterosexual relationships right now because that's my experience. If you want to engage with a woman as a man, you have to go to the edge of your container to meet the woman at her edge of her container. What I'm seeing all the time is men who make a woman go into the man's container in order to engage. And it creates an energy imbalance because it's not clean. What does it actually mean to come to the edge of your container as a man? Owning how you feel. Fully filling out your container means owning how you feel. And then letting the woman decide whether she wants to meet you at your edge or not. You should not jump into her container. That's when we get threatened. That's scary. So like a real life example of this is when you've been seeing somebody and you want them to be your girlfriend, you say, I want you to be my girlfriend. And then let her decide if she wants to meet you there. Or if you're before the dating stage and you are just starting to see somebody or want to go on a first date with somebody, say, I would love to go on a date with you. I would love to see you at X time and do X thing. And let them agree or disagree. This like wishy-washy, like trying to get the other person to take the initiative is not what a man is. And I know this gets at like traditional gender roles and it can get a little sticky and it can make people mad. But I genuinely think that there is a masculine and a feminine role when it comes to energetics.